Force.
My grandfather, Richard Acuff, was in the Army and he served in Vietnam.
My great-grandfather, Nathan Martin, served in the U.S. Army.
No. Happy! That's rare. Bunches. Americans must never forget your sacrifices.
I would like to honor Danny Wheeler, an Army Specialist E4.
I would like to honor my dad, Scott Ball Jr., Navy, SPC Gage, and SPC Gage, Ignite, U.S. Army.
I would like to honor my dad, Ryan Turvey, Staff Sergeant in the Air Force.
My father, Harold Berry, United States Navy, World War II.
Pug would like to thank you for your service. This is Jemiah's uncle, veteran Dennis Leedy of the U.S. Army. Thank you.
My brother's in the Army, and his name is Benjamin Aaron Park.
Happy Veterans Day!
America is the home of the free because of the brave.
Sergeant First Class John Sheets, U.S. Army.
A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. We often take for granted the things that most deserve our gratitude.
My great-grandfather, John Hitchcock, was self-surgeon in the Army.
My grandfather, Charles Runyon, Specialist E5, served in and during the Vietnam War in the U.S. Army.
My papa, Robert William Moore, Sergeant U.S. Air Force. My uncle, Robert William Moore II, Sergeant U.S. Army. Cousin Andrew Moore, Sergeant U.S. Army. Cousin Robert William Moore III, Lance Corporal, U.S. Marine Corps.
Never was so much owed by so many to so few.
3.
How important it is for us to recognize and celebrate our heroes and heroes.
My great-grandfather is a veteran, and his name is Robert Miller.
To all who have put their lives on the line in defense of Americans, thank you.
1.
Alan Laxo, U.S. Army Mechanic, Specialist
This
4.
is my dad, Billy Bishop. He is a Marine. He served in World War II. This is Keith Smith, and he served 28 years in the Army. Thank you, all veterans. You are my heroes. Thank you.
Thank you to my dad, that is a Billy Bishop, that is a Marine, that served in World War II. Sergeant Heather Powell, USRP. Rachel Hutchins, URSP.
My dad, Specialist David L. Nolan, United States Army. Petty Officer, 2nd Class David W. Nolan, United States Navy. Sergeant Jonathan T. Nolan, United States Marine Corps. Corporal Caroline Lara Nolan, United States Marine Corps. Constant M. Caldwell Kelly, United States Air Force. Marine Major Patrick J. Kelly, United States Army. That's all.
My friend Berkeley's Poppy Bob Parts, United States Army.
My friend Kaylee's Pop, Specialist John Zenzo, United States Army.
My friend Evan's grandfather, Sergeant First Class Jess Cordy, United States Army, retired.
My great-grandfather, Sergeant Meredith Settle, United States Army.
My papa, Ronald McFadden, United States Army Purple Heart recipient.
My mom's dad, Sergeant Kenneth Fannin, United States Army. My dad's dad, Donald Guffey, United States Army.
I'd like to honor my grandfather, Captain Lewis Wills of the United States Army. He was retired and served in World War II and the Korean War. I would also like to honor my uncle, Chief Warrant Officer Brian Wills of the U.S. Army. He is also retired. I would like to honor my friend James Michelli of the U.S. Navy, and also honor and say thank you to Senior Chief Petty Officer Nicholas Wall, who is currently serving in the U.S. Navy.
William Walter Heberlin was my great-grandfather and a seaman in the Navy.
Harry L. Worth was my great-grandfather and a staff sergeant in the Air Force.
James Hutchison was my great-great-grandfather. He served in the Army in World War II. James Hutchison Jr. was my great-grandfather. He served in the Navy. William Pope is my uncle and an E4 in the Army Nation Guard. Chris Hutchison is my great-uncle and Chief Petty Officer in the Navy. Kevin Nickel is my uncle and Petty Officer, 3rd Class in the Navy.
Nathan King is my dad and Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps. Brad King is my uncle and Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps. Rusty King is my uncle and Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps.
Jack Leonard was my great-grandfather and Master Sergeant in the Army in World War II. Louis Bastiga was my great-grandfather and Sergeant First Class in the Army in the Korean War. Frank Stevens was my grandfather. He served in the Army.
I want to thank my Uncle Bob for serving, and my great-aunt for serving in the Air Force. I would like to honor my great-grandfather, Bowling, who served in World War II.
Jonathan Stanford is my uncle and Private First Class in the Army.
I would like to honor my Pop John Deegan for serving in the Navy.
I want to honor Danny Wheeler, Specialist E4 in the U.S. Army.
I would like to honor my Nana Claire Prescott for serving in the Air Force.
Bob Lucas was my grandfather. He served in the Coast Guard. Rob Shipp is my uncle. He served in the Navy.
James Cook.
What?
James Cook.
James Cook.
My great-uncle,
My great-uncle.
Jack Perkins.
Jack Perkins.
I would like to honor my papa, Thomas Mayhorn, who served in the Air Force.
Roger Keith Meyer was my great-grandfather. He was the first sergeant in the Army.
Say my papa.
Hey, Papa.
U.S. Army.
Say U.S. Army. Say U.S. Army.
Army.
I like to honor Jeffrey Van Leshout Espec for the U.S. military.
William Neville, USA Army.
I want to honor my grandfather who served, and his name is Ernest Mount.
I would like to honor my Papa, Wendell Mentos.
I would like to honor Donald Guffey, U.S. Army, Vietnam. Kenneth Fannin, U.S. Army, Sergeant, Vietnam.
I would like to honor my great-grandfather, Paul Evans, who served in the U.S. Army.
I would like to honor my grandfather, Charles Green. He was a member of the United States Army Air Forces during World War II.
I would like to honor Sergeant First Class Nick Jones II, Army National Guard.
To my son, Specialist Ethan Brown, 1st Bravo Company, 327th Infantry Regiment. I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you. I couldn't be happy for all of your accomplishments. Thank you for your service, and happy Veterans Day. And oh, I love you.
Hey kiddos, it's Mrs. McLean. Happy Veterans Day. I wanted to share with you some of the veterans that are important in my life. And this picture here is my dad, Ronnie Riggs, and he was in the Navy. This is Jeff McLean, who is Mr. McLean's dad, and he was in the Army. This is Mr. McLean's brother Pat, his brother Jeff, and his brother Kevin. Pat is in the Army. Jeff was a Marine, and his brother Kevin was also in the Army. And this is Sergeant Major Sean McLean, who is my husband, and who just recently retired out of the Marine Corps, and he served in the Marines for 26 years. Hope you've had a great Veterans Day. Remember all of those who have sacrificed for you and for all of us. And always, always keep them in your prayers.